Close to Madurai is an important Vaishnavite pilgrimage site. The small Kovil of Azhagar Kovil houses the famous Kallazhagar temple. The ancient Kallazhagar temple, dedicated to Lord Vishnu, was built around the 3rd century. The temple is about 21 kilometers from Madurai and takes about an hour to reach there. Constructed in the Dravidian style of architecture, several architectural additions were made to the temple by the Pandyan kings, and today it stands inside the ruins of an ancient fortified wall. You come from a lineage that has been associated to the temple, yeah?
Yeah, actually we are coming as a hereditary. Actually, Alankara Bhattacharya is our family tradition name. My father is a Paramaswamy Bhattar.
Yeah.
And my grandfather and everybody is. Actually, we are doing the service for this temple and then the Moga Vishnu.
How old is this temple?
It's very, very difficult to say. It's more than yugas actually.
You told me that this is beyond, like there is no time limit per se. But what is the story associated to the Kovil?
The core point of this one is Manduga Maharishi. Okay. Actually, one Maharishi who got the sin and he wanted to overcome from that one, attain the mukti.
Sure.
So this Mahavishnu is going to the Vaigai river. Inside the river, Manduga Maharishi would be there.
Okay.
So we will dig the Purana and everything. So Mahavishnu will coming in the Garuda Vagana and give the mukti to that Manduga Maharishi.
Okay.
So this is the core of that one.
Sure.
So among that, Mahavishnu will and the Perumal will start. Kallazhagar used to start with the chariot and all the vaganas like Kallazhagar Tirukolam. First he will come with the Changa, Chakra, Charanga, Gada, Gatka,
all of the 5 arms.
Yeah.
Sure. What kind of prasadams were made? Andamarla inge, is there something?
Yeah, in this temple actually we offer the roti and sugar in the morning. Actually that is the Suprabhata time.
And it's a regular roti which is made with wheat?
Yeah. In the lunch we will have everything like vada, payasam, sambar, everything. The full meal actually we will offer to the Gurunatha.
Okay.
And also night actually there is a special food for the samba. It's a jeera and ghee and rice.
Pepper.
And pepper. So this jeera rice they will offer actually.
Oh, I know you mentioned the Azhagar Kovil dosa and I've also heard a lot about it. I also saw the prasadam counters selling it here. Do you think I can go into the kitchen and see how they make it?
The place where they are selling it,
that's the commercial kitchen.
Commercial kitchen, you can see that.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Nice talking. Wherever you see, everywhere you turn, it's filled with the Azhagar Kovil dosa. Azhagar Kovil வந்து இந்த Azhagar Kovil தோசை எக்ஸ்பர்ட்.
ஆமா சார்.
இந்த Azhagar Kovil தோசை தானே இது?
ஆமா சார்.
அது நீங்க எப்படி பண்றீங்கன்னு எனக்கு கொஞ்சம் காட்டுங்களா?
காட்டுறேன் சார்.
இது வந்து வெறும் அரிசி மாவு.
ஆமா சார்.
சரி.
இது அரிசி மாவு. இந்த அரிசி மாவுல வந்து இந்த கருப்பு உளுந்து ஊற போட்டுருக்கு பாத்தீங்களா?
ஆமா.
அந்த உளுந்து இதோட கலக்கணும். தண்ணி ஊத்தி கலக்கணும்.
இது வந்து எவ்வளவு கிலோ மாவு?
இது வந்து சார் 8 கிலோ சார். இது அது வந்து 1.25 1.25 கொடுப்பாங்க சார்.
ஆட் பண்ணலாமா?
பண்ணலாம் சார். இந்த தண்ணி ஊத்தி கரைச்சிட்டு போடுவோம் சார்.
சரி. ஓகே.
இந்த அழகர் கோயில் மேல மலையில ஒரு ராக்காயம்மன் இருக்கு.
சரி.
அந்த ராக்காயம்மன் பேர் வந்து நூவரங்க தீர்த்தம் அங்கிருந்து வருது. அந்த தீர்த்தம் வந்து பக்கத்துல வந்து எங்க இதுல உள்ள டேங்க்ல வந்து அந்த தீர்த்த தோசை கலக்குறோம். இந்த தீர்த்தத்தினால ஒரு சிறப்பு அம்சமே இருக்கு இந்த தோசைக்கு.
So what he added just now is the black urad dal which has been soaking in water for about 45 minutes. That's been ground to a coarse batter and he's mixed it in with the rice flour. Black pepper, some jeera.
பெருமாளுக்கு பிரசாதம் போடுறதுல இதான் போடுவோம்.
Kadi patta or thoda sa hing. So this is a dry ginger powder that he is adding. This is the consistency that you are looking for. Pure ghee is what is being used. It's such a big kadai. This is a miniature version of what is being done inside the temple kitchen. The way they do it in the temple kitchen is there is a panchaloham kadai or a stone that is there which is shallow. Ghee is again poured into that and the entire batter is poured inside and slow cooked for at least 25 minutes to half an hour on low flame. எவ்வளவு பிடிக்கும் ஒரு கல்லுல அந்த மாதிரி?
ஒரு 20-21 போடணும் சார்.
இந்த ஒரு கல் ஒரு
ஆமா சார்.
கடாயில நான் ஒன்று ஊத்தட்டுமா?
ஊத்துங்க சார்.
The moment he puts it in less than 15-20 seconds, he's ready to flip it. That's how hot it is. And it's not so overtly hot because it needs that lovely golden brown color. So these bubbles that you see here is when the ghee is actually going inside and cooking the inner of the dosa as well. When it subsides is when the insides of the dosa are well cooked and you can almost remove them when it is a lovely golden brown like that. Oh my God, just look at the inside. It's superb and crisp and golden brown on the outside and spongy inside. This is like a blend of so many different elements. It is not just the rice flour, it is the taste of ghee. This is one of these classic recipes known to Madurai, especially in the Alagar Kovil, and I am indeed blessed to have the Gopuram right there and making this here in the commercial kitchen attached to the temple.
A visit to Madurai demands a side visit to Karaikudi, Chettinad's principal town. The area is packed with history and architecture. I'm going to make a stop at Athangudi, where the famous tiles are made. This small village with just 2,000 people is known for its tiles, and most families of this village are tile makers. It is believed that the Athangudi tiles are the result of the inspiration from Western and Eastern influences.
मेरा फैमिली पूरा यही काम करते हैं।
ठीक है,
साइड इफेक्ट नहीं आते
अच्छा?
ये टाइल्स में कूलिंग रहेगा।
हाँ,
पहले ये टाइल्स इधर ही बनाते हैं, ये मेरा गांव में बनाया था।
अच्छा
और ये काम मालूम होने वाला वो इधर ही रहते हैं।
अच्छा, ட்ரெடிஷனல் கலர்ஸ்ன்றது என்னலாம்?
இல்லை அப்போ இருந்த மாதிரி கலர் தான் இப்போவும் இருக்கு,
சரி.
அதே மாதிரி மிக்சிங் அந்த காலத்தில் எப்படி பண்ணாங்களோ அதே மாதிரி மிக்சிங் தான் இப்பவும் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கோம்.
ஓகே,
இந்த மண்ணு தான் மெயின்.
சரி.
மண்ணால தான் கூலிங்கு ஒரு ஸ்ட்ரென்த்தும் நல்லா இருக்கும். இந்த மணல் இங்கே இருக்க அந்த சிவப்பு மணல் வந்து இது அந்த கல்லுக்கு ஒரு ஸ்பெஷலே அந்த மண்ணு தான். வெயில் காலத்தில் நல்லா கூலிங்காக இருக்கும்.
ஓகே.
குளிர் காலத்தில் கொஞ்சம் வெதுன்னு இருக்கும்.
சரி, ஓகே. இந்த ப்ராசஸ் என்னன்னு சொல்லுங்களேன் எனக்கு நீங்கள்.
இந்த கிளாஸ் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் வைக்கிறோம்.
ஓகே.
இதோட சைஸ் வந்து 10 இன்ச்சுக்கு 10 இன்ச்சு வரும்.
Okay, so this is a 10 by 10, 10 inches by 10 inches stone. He's placed a glass, he's keeping a frame on top of it and stencil.
இது வந்து டிசைனோட மோல்டு இது.
ஓகே.
இது என்ன கலர் வேணாலும் நம்ம மாற்றிக்கலாம், நமக்கு பிடிச்ச கலர். இது வந்து ரெட் கலரு,
நல்ல காவி கலர்.
ஆமாம்.
That's a mixture of the local soil, which is nice and fine. That's the Athangudi soil and some cement that's mixed together. Everything is handmade, and per day, an average person can make around 100 tiles. இதெல்லாம் வந்து எப்படி எது இன்ஸ்பயர் ஆகி வந்தது ஏதான உங்களுக்கு தெரியுமா அதை பற்றி?
இது வந்து ஒரு வர்ற கஸ்டமர் வந்து அது வரைஞ்சி தருவாங்க.
ஓகே.
அதுக்கப்புறம் அந்த மோல்டு தயார் பண்ணிட்டு அந்த அவங்களுக்கு வேண்டிய மாதிரி செஞ்சு கொடுப்போம்.
Okay, so he's used this press.
இது பிரஷ். இப்போ டைல்ஸ் ரெடி
Press the
ஆயிடுச்சு.
tile and the frame is out. This is all still wet. They keep it out to dry. This, after curing in water for 2 days, the glass will still not come off. They will dry it with the glass for a week. Then they'll pull the glass up. Oh, beautiful. Look at that. The glossy finish that you see on the tile is because of the glass. That's why it's glossy. Local consumption தானா இல்ல வெளி ஊருக்கு?
இல்லை இங்கே லோக்கலில் நிறையா போகுது, எல்லா ஏரியாவும் போகுது, அதர் கண்ட்ரி எல்லாம் போகுது.
எங்கெல்லாம்?
சவுதி போயிருக்கு, பிரான்ஸ் போயிருக்கு, ஸ்ரீலங்கா போயிருக்கு, எல்லா இடமும் போயிருக்கு. அதர் ஸ்டேட்டும் போயிருக்கு, கர்நாடகா, கேரளா, பாண்டிச்சேரி, மும்பை, எல்லா இடமும் போயிருக்கு.
You know, there is something about the soil, there is something about this region, because even Sangam literature talks about how dry and arid this part of the country is even now, and how they have utilized the soil to make something as beautiful and creative as this. ரொம்ப சந்தோஷம் உங்களை சந்திச்சதுல. Thank you.
Thank you.
How did this structure, how did this magnificent piece of architecture even come together?
This was built by my husband's grandfather. The granite pillars came from Morayur near Trichy. Then all the paintings, copies of Ravi Verma, both from Maharashtra and Tamil Nadu.
The Chettinad region has 70 villages dominated by the prosperous Nattukota Chettiar community of businessmen, traders and bankers. The Chettiars made huge profits from trade in everything from salt to gems in Burma, Malaysia and Singapore. Much of the profits went into building imposing mansions in the 19th and early 20th century. I'm going to meet Meenakshi Meyyappan, one of the few Chettiar families who still live here and runs the very popular Bangla Heritage Day. She has agreed to show me around her ancestral home. Like a typical Chettinad mansion, a sweeping path leads to the front porch and then comes a large veranda leading into an open space that is used for weddings and other celebrations today. She shows me the fine carvings on the door, teak pillars from Burma, marble tiles from Italy and ceiling tiles from Spain. The smooth walls are coated with a mixture of egg white and lime, giving them a sheen that has lasted for decades.
Just as we were talking some time ago, you told me this house where we are sitting was built in 1916.
Yes.
So this is a living museum. Every stone, every pillar has a story to tell me.
Yes.
Right? So what is the story? How did this structure, how did this magnificent piece of architecture even come together?
This was built by my husband's grandfather. Everything in those days had to come out of Chettinad. The granite pillars came from Morayur near Trichy. And then all the paintings, copies of Ravi Verma, both from Maharashtra and Tamil Nadu.
And what about the ceiling? That is just stunning. Like, it is an incredible piece of art. What is that made of?
It's a copper tooled one and then painted on top of it. After you tool it, you paint the color.
And that has not been touched again after?
No, never.
There is a lot when it comes to Chettinad food. As a race, when the Chettiars sort of evolved, they were vegetarians. It is just that the dry, barren, arid region that they had around them, they had to literally eat what they could find. And also because trade took them crisscrossing, you know, they sort of adapted. What is your take on that?
No, I agree with that. That is the reason they became non-vegetarian.
Yeah.
But Chettinad food, I must say, is not at all meant to be spicy. The media and the restaurants and all say, a lot of guests come here, Indian guests, to the hotel and say, but your food is not Chettinad, it's not spicy.
And it's not greasy, it's not color.
So I have to tell them it's not. If you ate in my home, this is exactly how the food would be.
Is it like the similar kind of sambar, rasam?
No, we have many curries at least.
What are they?
Like we have a ketti kolambu. I don't know how it translates in English.
Is it the manga inji ketti kolambu?
Manga inji, takali, pepper ketti, tomato ketti kolambu, pepper ketti, green pepper.
Ketti kolambu is like a thick curry.
Yes, very similar to a mutton or fish curry.
Yeah, okay.
That is what it is.
How did the Chettiars migrate to this side of Tamil Nadu? Is there a story? Is this something that you have heard when you were kids? Is there something documented?
There are two versions. One version is that we used to live near Kanchipuram. And the Chola king abducted one of our women. So the entire community's women committed suicide
Oh.
en masse. And the Pandya king said, we will give you land here, come here. So the men all came here and eventually married en masse women from Tirunelveli,
Okay.
Saivite women.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So from the very beginning we were mixed, which nobody understands today or accepts.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. The other story was that we lived in Kaveri Pupatnam, and because of a tsunami we came here.
Yeah. So yeah, that is
Maybe from the Kanjivaram we did go to Kaveri Pupatnam and then here.
your bungalow, which you've been running for the longest time. I've had the opportunity to eat like fabulous food, but I've never really like gone in and understood the food. Do you think I can maybe go in and sample some and try out my hand at cooking with them there?
Of course you can do that.
And what do you want me to try?
You can do the kavanarasi,
That's the black rice.
black rice.
Sticky rice, okay?
And you can do the mutton chops
Yeah.
and the vegetable mandi.
The mandi. Oh, Vendaka mandi. Perfect. So I will take it from there.
Okay.
Yeah? Thank you. Thank you so much, Auntie. Lovely meeting you again. I am at the Bangla Karaikudi, and with me is Pandian, who is the head cook in this place, who's been serving fabulous food. எத்தனை வருஷமா?
20 years.
For over 20 years now. Your favorite recipe, உங்களோடது வந்து என்ன? உங்களுக்கு ஒரு நீங்களே வந்து சாப்பிட்டு பார்த்துட்டு ஆஹா அப்படின்னு நீங்க சொல்றது என்ன?
நம்மளோட வந்து சிக்கன் பெப்பர் மசாலா சொல்லுவோம், சிக்கன் கறி சொல்லுவோம், வெண்டிக்காய் மண்டி.
ஸோ என்ன வெண்டைக்காய் மண்டி?
வெண்டிக்காய் மண்டி ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணுவோம்.
சரி.
இப்போ வந்துடலாம் சார்.
ஓகே.
இதை வச்சுட்டு ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணுதான் ஆயில் கடுகு ட்ரை ஆயில் அண்ட் வித்
Just saute this until the the sticky thing in the okra just disappears and it becomes a little dry.
பேசுகிறோம்.
So this is the gundu milagai. They don't use the long red chilies. It's always the fat small ones like this. This is grown in and around Ramanathapuram and parts of Chettinad as well.
கடுகு.
Okay. Mustard seeds. உளுத்தம்
உளுந்து
ஒரு ஸ்பூன்.
ஒரு ஸ்பூன் அண்ட் வெந்தயம்.
Okay.
வெந்தயம் ஸோ லிட்டில்
கொஞ்சம்,
கொஞ்சம்
கசக்கும்.
கொஞ்சம் அண்ட் சில்லி.
போடுங்க. And now add the onion and garlic.
ஆனியன் கார்லிக்.
போதுமா?
போதும்.
Curry leaves.
கார்லிக் கருவேப்பிள்ளை.
Fine. Boiled rice, which is purungalarsi in Tamil, that's been soaked for some time, and then sort of clean the water from the rice, right? Oh my God! Just look at that! Look at how wonderful that is. It's very hard to find tamarind like this. The darker it is, the tastier the curry is. இதில் ஊற போட்டுட்டா?
ஊற போடணும். இதுக்கு முன்னாடி இந்த ஆனியன் பிக் ஆனியன் 1 ஸ்பூன்.
So for the consistency, some blanched tomatoes that's been skinned. Rock salt. This is something that they use a lot.
ஒரு 5 நிமிஷம் வந்து அந்த வெண்டிக்காய் போட்டு இதை ஆட் பண்ணிக்கணும்.
So this is done. Perfect. Can't wait to taste it. Oh wow. It is. It's definitely tart because it's that old tamarind that's kicking in when it comes to flavor. Even though he added that much garlic, it's not very garlic intensive.
Thank you.
Excellent.
அடுத்து நெக்ஸ்ட் அண்ட் கவுனி அரிசி சார்.
Favorite. Black sticky rice that's been soaking overnight. It usually soaks for about 8 hours. Look at how gorgeous and it's like velvet. It's just sticky rice. It's glutinous rice.
அதுக்கப்புறம் நெய், சர்க்கரை.
நீங்களே ஆட் பண்ணுங்க. Just ilaichi powder, cherry, fresh grated coconut. அவ்வளவுதானா?
ஓகே. சரி.
Done. Can I taste it?
Taste.
And this is just outstanding. The beauty about this black sticky rice is, of course, its nice glutinous texture, nice smell that it has, which is like vanilla. Such a simple, sweet. I had a great time talking to you, sir. Vanakkam. For the Chettinad mutton biryani, so now is when I add the paste. Now is when we add a little bit of coconut milk, basmati rice. I'm just going to cover this and let it cook in slow heat, and I can't wait to try this. My morning at the bungalow in Chettinad has been filled with food conversations. Talking to Meenakshi auntie about their house, which led me into a conversation about the food, coming into bungalow and learning some of their iconic recipes which are made at their weddings. And what really stood out to me was their interesting spice mix that they have. You know, many years ago when the Chettiar men traveled, they brought back different elements, different spices and cooking techniques as well. So this is a Chettinad mutton biryani which I'm going to be making with some of those spices. For the Chettinad mutton biryani, I'm going to be adding some oil first, dalchini, some long and ilaichi. Give that a nice mix. Small onions, which is very, very Chettinad. The big onions, rock salt, garlic paste, green chilies, dhania powder. I'm adding red chili powder as well. So the onions are nicely coated now with the masala. Now is when we add the tomato puree. Cook that till well done, and when I say well done, what I mean is the oil sort of separates from inside and it's there all around the gravy. So abhi I'm adding a little bit of dhania to this and some mint leaves as well. This gravy is done. This is what coats the mutton pieces which I have pressure cooked. I've got about a quarter kilo of mutton here. So abhi I'm going to be adding little, actually not little, some amount of oil because it is biryani. I'm adding the bay leaf, some more cinnamon, little bit of the kalpasi or the stone flour. This is something that they use a lot when it comes to Chettinad food. So just crush that, add it into that. Then I am going to be adding some more cloves, the mutton pieces that I have pressure cooked and kept. Okay, so now is when I add the paste. So the gravy, if you look at it, it's nice. The oil is out on all sides. Now is when we add a little bit of coconut milk. Now to this, I'm going to be adding classic basmati rice. This has been aged for over 2 years. I have the mutton stock that I have after pressure cooking the meat. So add little of that. I've added the stock. So as this is getting cooked, I can get flavors from the coconut milk, from the tomato paste, different spices that we added. I'm just going to cover this and let it cook in slow heat, and I can't wait to try this. Meenakshi auntie, I've had a fabulous gastronomic experience at the bungalow in Karaikudi.
Yes.
It's not just eating the food and cooking with them, just understanding how spices sort of came into the Chettinad cuisine. So I got an opportunity to learn how to make the mandi and the kauniyarasi sweet, and I made a Chettinad mutton biryani, and I thought you should try that as well. So how do you like the biryani?
Nice.
Tasty?
Really spicy.
But the flavor profile you're able to,
Yeah.
Is it good? Is it something that you're enjoying?
Yeah, otherwise I wouldn't be eating it.
So I take that as a compliment. No, it's great for me to be here, soak in, the entire setting. Thank you so much, Auntie. This has been a delightful experience, looking at Chettinad in various angles, and of course, the culinary bit adds that extra layer. Thank you.
Thank you.
I travelled to Kottarakara in Kerala, which is the capital of the famous Ilayidathu Swarupam and is the land of palaces.
Possibilities for a non-alienated life. This is curated by Anita Dubey.
Yeah.
At the Kochi Biennale, I explore few incredible and hidden pieces of art.